New York mornings, after a storm, always bring an unreal tranquility. The snow had stopped, but a chill lingered in the air. Haley opened her bedroom window, sunlight streaming through her fingertips. For the first time, she felt city truly alive, no longer just indifference and hurt, but also hope. Since that sensational press conference, the police have officially launched an investigation into Richard, and the media's attention has shifted. The old nightclub case has been reopened, and more evidence has surfaced. Richard's legal team has responded to the case, but he has fallen silent. Online support for Haley has gradually overwhelmed the rumors, and private messages from strangers have become a message of encouragement and sympathy, but true relief had yet to arrive. Life at the villa hadn't fully returned to normal. Security remained tight, with the alarm system tested nightly and police patrols operating at irregular intervals every day. Haley faced routine police questioning, a review by the legal team, and the task of comforting Linda, who occasionally broke down in tears. Andrick, who was equally on edge. One afternoon, Haley was helping Linda cook in the kitchen. The news and TV was reporting the latest developments in the nightclub case. Richard Blackwell has been formally indicted by police on multiple charges. With the release of key witness testimony and financial records, the truth behind the nightclub disappearances is expected to finally be revealed. Linda turned off the fire, took off her apron, hugged Haley, and burst into tears. "This is finally over, child. You are braver than anyone else." Haley's eyes also turned red, but she held back her tears. "You taught me how to persevere." At this time, Alexander came in, his face showing a long-lost sense of relaxation. "The police will give further explanation tomorrow. Our lawyers say that it will be difficult for Richard to turn the tables." "What does this mean?" Linda asked. "It means we can finally get a good night's sleep." Alexander smiled lightly, but there was still complexity in his eyes. In the afternoon, Haley went out for a walk alone, while the reporters were no longer following her. Pausers occasionally recognized her. A middle-aged woman approached and whispered, "Thank you for standing up bravely. You've helped more people." "I just did what I was supposed to do," Haley replied in a low voice. After the woman left, Haley looked at the clear sky after the snow, with mixed feelings in her heart. This storm swept her into a world that had nothing to do with her before. Shallowest a lot, but also gained strength she had never had before. She suddenly wanted to call Tina. "Hello, it's me. I miss you," Haley said with a smile. "I was watching your news," Tina said nonchalantly. "When can we get together for a drink and chat? The nightclubs are closed down, so we finally don't have to stay up late and look at people's faces anymore." Very soon, Haley said seriously. "We'll go see a movie together, have hot peyote, and then go home and go to bed early." Tina laughed on the other end of the phone. "It's a deal." After hanging up the phone, Haley felt a warm feeling in her heart. She was no longer the little girl who couldn't run in the dark and be pushed into the abyss at any time. In the evening, Alexander took her to his living room for a long talk, had a mixed feeling of relief and a difficult to conceal confusion. "What do you want to do in the future?" he asked suddenly. Haley paused, then thought for a moment. "I want to start over, maybe continue my studies, or try to do something meaningful." "What about you?" Alexander lowered his head and smiled. "I want to be with you and make up for the days we missed." There was a gentle silence in the air. Haley reached out and took his hand. "Will we have a new life?" "Yes." There was finally real hope in Alexander's eyes. The next morning, police held a press conference. The evidence was complete, and Richard and his accomplices were formally arrested on multiple charges. The media rushed to report on the case, and the victims and their families of the nightclub case publicly thanked the police and the key witness. Haley, for the first time that day, the curtains in the villa didn't need to be drawn. Linda brewed some sweet wine, and Eric's expression relaxed, a rare expression. "This house finally feels like home." Alexander pulled Haley to the window and whispered, "Thank you. You saved everyone, and you saved me. You saved me too." Haley smiled and looked up, with tears in her eyes, but more of peace and satisfaction. At night, the two of them were lying on the sofa in the living room. Haley said, "Actually, I'm still scared." "What will tomorrow be like? If everything is over, will you still be by my side?" Alexander didn't answer immediately. He looked at her seriously and said softly, "I will. Neither of us will ever be the same again." "Then let's go traveling," Haley suddenly suggested. "Go to some place where no one knows us and start over." "Okay," Alexander smiled. "As long as I'm with you, I can go anywhere." Late at night, Haley wrote a new diary entry. "When all the storms recede, we finally understand that courage is not about no longer being afraid, but about being able to keep moving forward despite fear. Some nights may be long, but we will always wait for the morning." Sunshine? She put away her diary and looked at the starry sky outside the window, her heart filled with longing and anxiety for a new life, but this time, she was no longer facing it alone.
Follow us.
There's much more great content.